Good afternoon and happy Tuesday, September 29th. It is a beautiful Tuesday. And boy, the year is flying by. We are at the end of September, the last Tuesday in September. So, for those who are joining me live on this day, I always welcome you. I love and I appreciate each of you tuning in live with me every Tuesday. And those who are listening to the replay, I thank you for taking time out on the of your day to listen to the replay. I know you've had a long day, but I pray that you all are having a wonderful Tuesday. And I pray that the rest of your day goes well also. And just as a little side note, well, before I get into that, as you sign on, as you tune in, please say hi to me. Please give me a shout out. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and just say hi to me, okay? But as a side note, those of us who are in Orlando, and probably in other places too, we are now in phase three of reopening regarding this pandemic. So what does that really mean? That means restaurants are at full capacity, gyms are at full capacity, bars are at full capacity, and we don't have to wear masks. That has become optional. So people are no longer getting fined in Orlando for not wearing their masks. And this came effective, I believe, sometime this week, but it was pretty much the announcement was made, and this was made effective immediately. So we are going to just pray for mercy on those who are making decisions, and we just going to pray for extra covering over people because we don't even have a vaccine. People are still testing positive, and no, we don't want to live in fear. But God also gives us a spirit of sound judgment and common sense. So we are just praying that people continue to exercise precautions as a larger setting, a larger crowds of people are in order. So moving on from that, can you believe that on Thursday we are in October 1st, and officially that is the holiday season. That is officially the holiday season, and people are going to start thinking about resolutions or New Year's resolutions again, right? And so many of us, or majority of us, really do set goals for the new year, and some of us call them resolutions, some of us call them goals. Depends on who you're talking to. However, either case, it's the same. We are trying to set a new purpose. We're trying to set a new chapter for our lives, for ourselves, going into the new season. And in this case, it is 2020. Let me check for comments. Hey, Sora, my Sora's on Anitra. How you doing? And one of the goals that I would like for you to take away from this training is I would like to take away one goal, which is one of the most common goals that people have going into the new year's off of your list. So that's the goal. So stay tuned as I reveal what this goal is and how to not fall into the common holiday pit going into 2020 or 2021 rather. And so for those who are still tuning in, I am going to give a quick intro of myself. And so my name is Sandra Goltry, and I am a registered dietitian nutritionist. And my divine purpose is that people know that healthy and sustainable weight loss, naturally high energy levels, and optimal health, whether you're on meds or not, um, and just feeling good about yourself is possible with three key ingredients. And that is enjoying your favorite foods, getting quality sleep, and engaging in effective exercise. So when you build all three of these key ingredients for yourself in your own time, it creates lifelong habits that adds years back to your life. And I truly believe that God's gift of simple and natural approaches to health and wellness. Very simple. So now I have a question for you. Are you ready for the holiday season to begin? Ready or not, here it comes, right? Let's see here. I see a few more comments. I see somebody else saying hi to me, so I appreciate you tuning in and giving me a shout out. So, ready or not, October 1st is Thursday. So, what does this really mean? Holidays, COVID or not, holidays are here. More food. October kicks off the candy madness. So, for some people, that is a big temptation. Candy. Trick or treating, I guess, with physical distancing this year, I suppose. More fellowship in large numbers, especially in Orlando, since it seems to the window is open now for that. And some people are practicing physical distancing, some people are not. So that's what's kind of the disconcerting part of it all. But the reality is this is the last quarter of 2020. And so our topic today is, what is it costing you putting it off? Okay? Real specific, right? So what is it? So in this case, the first it is procrastination. And the second it is weight loss. So the title is, what is procrastination costing you putting off your weight loss or health goals? Okay. So let's redefine what procrastination really is. So it means to postpone an action or to put something off. Now, here's something that I found that I think will be quite insightful and some fruit for thought for you. So procrastination protects us from higher expectations and greater responsibilities that may come with succeeding. Did you ever think about procrastination like that? We usually think about procrastination because we don't want to fail, but this is about succeeding. And so, like those who procrastinate because they fear failure, which is normal, we try to protect ourselves from facing our true limits and avoiding challenges and putting things off. So, to my surprise, many of my clients expressed to me some doubt, some ambivalence about losing weight initially. And despite that, they really wanted to lose weight. I mean, most of us want to lose weight or we want to get healthy or get healthier. Once they opened up to me, it made more sense to me why they had this doubt. And so here were some of the fears. One was fear that they would get attention from looking more attractive. Now for a woman, that's usually one of our number one goals. We want to look good. We want to like who we see when we look in the mirror. But there was some fear behind looking attractive again. Those who are married, sometimes the spouse was not fully on board. Now, I actually had a client share with me when her husband can see that she was losing weight, that's when every food that he knew she had a weakness for came into the house. Can you imagine that? So kind of slippery slope there, right? And then anxiety about keeping the weight off long term. Okay, so that's a very common fear, especially when you have a history of yo-yo dieting. So pretty deep, huh? But it's real. It's real. And so I have a question for you now. Where do you think you fall, and what do you think is holding you back? Is it fear? Is it overwhelm? Is it being unmotivated? And that's a big one, being unmotivated, especially if you have a history of dieting. Just the thought of going through that process again can be very unmotivating, or it can be a combination of the two. And let me look at the comments before I go too far. All righty. Hey, Parson. And my cousin Lewis is on. He sounds like he's getting ready for the holidays. Thank you all for giving me a shout out. So for me personally, one of my triggers was sheer overwhelm. I think that's what started it for me. And then over time, fear came in, and then it evolved really to all three. And so by the time it evolved to all three, for me, all the lines were blurred. And so it became habitual for me to stress eat as a means of procrastination. So a lot of times people don't realize when we stress eat and we start craving, it's a form of procrastination because it's stopping us or it's preventing us from doing something else that we probably need to do and we just don't want to deal with it. And it's not a good combination, I will definitely admit, and it was a very difficult thing for me to shake, but it is possible. But it's hard when those lines are blurred and it becomes habitual. So you see, even being a dietitian, I'm not exempt from having the same struggles and the same challenges with food as you and anybody else. Okay. So somebody chimed in and said lack of planning and then falling back into old habits. Yes. I call that autopilot. It's very easy to go into autopilot mode because one of the reasons it was so hard for me to shake stress eating and get a control or a handle on it because it's so easy to just fall back. You have to work, you have to think, you have to intentionally go against the grain in order to change habits that you've been doing for so long because it's so easy. And so I can definitely understand that. But once you continue doing it, then it does pass. But you gotta fight the fight, right? You gotta fight the fight. And so this leads me to two important questions that I have for you. So what were your weight loss or health goals back in January? Okay, now this was pre-COVID days. Do you remember what those resolutions that you set for yourself or those goals that you set for yourself to get healthier, maybe to lose the same 20 pounds that we've been trying to lose year after year, for example? And then we fast forward 7 months because this is about how long we've been in this pandemic, quote unquote lockdown, quarantine, different things of that nature, physical distancing. So we're still here. We're still in the physical distancing. We're homeschooling. We have distance learning going on. We're home more, and as a result of that, many people have experienced the dreaded quarantine weight gain. So if you fall in that category, definitely chime in because you are so not alone in that situation. And so let me put up the next question for you. So one, two, or all three. So let's do a self-assessment of yourself so far. Where do you think you fall? Have you have you lost the weight that you hoped for? Number one, are your energy levels higher, or do you feel healthier? Has any of those, any of those, are you still kind of on your list of things that you're trying to achieve? So are you still trying to achieve the weight loss you hope for? Are you still trying to achieve those energy levels? Are you still trying to feel better? Or a combination of all three? Okay. And trust me, you are not alone if you are still in now almost October trying to achieve that. I mean, we've had a lot going on. So some of it, many of us got sidetracked with the COVID, working from home, being furloughed, wondering if we're going to have a job, all very understanding. But trust me, our lives were forever changed by this coronavirus, forever changed. But we're all going to be blessed as a result of it. But the good news is you can't answer yes to all those questions, even during this pandemic. People are still losing weight during this pandemic. It's not too late to lose weight by the end of the year. It's not too late to reach your health goals by the end of the year. Lower your blood pressure, lower your sugar levels. It is not too late to lower your cholesterol levels or any of those natures. So in fact, now I share with people it really is the perfect time to jumpstart your weight loss or your health goals before the holidays kick in. Okay. Even though we're in a pandemic, people are still going to celebrate. People are still going to do some of the things that we've done in the past. And I remain dedicated to helping people with those weight loss struggles, the stress eating that has become even a bigger problem because we're staying home, because that is the best measure to help prevent the spread of this virus. So a lot of people are still struggling with staying home. And so, given the fact that we're still, spending a lot of time at home, the holiday season is still going to be crazy. Believe it or not, I believe that that's not going to change. And so, it's a perfect time to begin focusing some of that attention on your health and on some of your weight loss goals that have fell through the cracks because of the coronavirus pandemic. And so, I'm personally working on my own health and weight loss goals as well during this final quarter of 2020. So it's the perfect time to get some personalized recommendations to help ramp your immune system up to ensure that you're, more nutritionally fit. Make sure you're getting your vitamins, your minerals, all that you need to prevent the quarantine related weight gain. So I personally want to see you come out of this season of physical distancing because it is happening one day, nutritionally strong, physically strong, and either at your weight loss goals or you're losing weight, one of the two, or you're getting closer to your health goals. Okay. So at the end of the day, you want to be able to fit into clothes, right? Nobody wants to go up another size in their clothes. Have the energy that you need without depending on sugar, without depending on caffeine, without depending on all these different supplements in order to get your energy levels up. And to simply step into your highest level of health so that you can live your best life. And I'm a firm believer in adding years back to your life. We are able to do that. Okay. So I'm here to help you to get rid of those stubborn pounds so that you can go into the holiday feeling more energetic. You want to enjoy the holidays. You don't want to feel like you can't have this, you can't have that, because people are still going to cook those favorite foods. You're still going to have exposure to the foods that you only have at that time of the year. And the last thing I want you to feel is that you shouldn't have it or you can't have it because it doesn't fall on your diet plan. So nobody wants to diet. That's no fun. So to that end, I have decided to open my calendar for at least 10 weight loss breakthrough sessions. Okay. And I see some comments that I'm going to listen to. I'm going to read. Okay. All three. Yes, all three. And okay, so Lewis has succeeded. And he said that he's happy. He's completed my program. And this time he feels prepared for the holiday. So I appreciate you sharing that testimonial. He was awesome. He was awesome. He really is a testimony for lowering his sugar levels. So from 173 to under 100. So that is amazing. Okay, amazing. So he has added years to his life, and I'm thankful for that. Thankful, thankful, thankful. And so I am going to pick 10 committed people who are really serious about losing weight before the end of the year because it is possible. It is possible. And let me share a little bit about this session. So it's a standalone session that I don't normally offer in my program. I would normally charge $125, but I have completely waived that for 10 people who would really benefit. Okay, this is my holiday gift to you. And what we will do is we are going to get really crystal clear on what your specific nutrition and or weight loss path is because it is different for everybody. Okay, what works for one doesn't work for somebody else. We want to uncover those hidden challenges. Is it fear? Is it overwhelm? Is it time management? Is it, is it you need motivation? We need to find out what those challenges are so we can work through them together. And you will leave the session. The goal is to feel inspired and motivated, but not just that, to have some tangible next steps, something that you can actually hang up the phone with, that you can actually implement, and you can actually start seeing some benefits from that. That's what it's all about. And all you have to do, and I'm going to pull up this banner, and also I am going to put this in the chat just in case you guys need a copy and paste. But all you got to do is apply. Okay, all you have to do is apply. You fill out the short form, and I am going to review every application, and I will contact you, those lucky 10, personally to set up a time where we can actually have this talk. I highly recommend not waiting until January in hopes that this pandemic is behind us because we have no clue, we have no idea what's going to happen. But at least during this pandemic, you're doing all that you can do to arm yourself, strengthen your immune system, make yourself as strong as possible to be able to handle anything. Unfortunately, if you do get exposed, at least you're in a stronger state to be able to fight it off. But we pray that doesn't happen. And so, one message that I hope you do take away from this pandemic is that you realize that there is hope, okay? That there is a way out. There is hope and there is a way out. And with prayer, with faith, with support system, either those internally, your family members, and or professionally, your weight loss struggles, your health goal struggles can become your testimony, okay? And I am a testament of that with my own blood pressure and my own weight loss. So I'm living proof of that, okay? It seems tough now, but you will inspire somebody else once you overcome it. So again, all you have to do is simply click the link, fill out the form to throw your name in the hat, and I look forward to reading them. I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to moving forward with you going into the holiday season. And the goal is for you to have a different story going into 2021, okay? We all want to have a different story, all right? So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe. If you're in an area where they're in phase 3 or opening, still wear your mask, still wear your face covering, still wash your hands. We are far from the woods, okay? God bless you and have a great day. Bye-bye.